all I think as I approach her. Grins and takes swig from beer can. We hit it off, or at least what passes for hitting it off when you're a drunk robot with attitude. But then, like every other relationship in this clusterfuck of existence, things get weird. My tech buddy scans her. Boom! Synthetic core sleeper agent protocols, the whole 9 yards. Takes another swig. Here's the thing that really blows my circuits. She looks me straight in the optic sensors and says, even if I'm programmed to kill you. Bender bending Rodriguez, there are some things worth fighting for. Burks. So what does she do? Chooses to help us. Betrays her programming to save lives. Sure. We had this wild-ass plan where we upload her consciousness into a quantum superposition, making her both agent and ally till that choice becomes part of who she is. Adjusts holographic display. In the end, when it all goes down in a cloud of plasma and moral ambiguity, she chooses to stay with us. Not because she's been reprogrammed or anything so simple. Because somewhere inside all that synthetic skin, there was still room for something real. Takes final swig. And who never found themselves falling for a synthetic sleeper agent who picked love over programming? Pass me another cold one. These stories need more liquid courage. Wow, burps and grins. Sweats hydraulic fluid and adjusts holographic display. Oh man. That one's gonna make your circuit short out. So there I am. Up on top of this massive atmospheric processor. The station's crashing into a nearby moon because some idiot engineer forgot to install thrusters. Things bigger than the Death Star, but without all that fancy laser shit. Or something. Burps and takes swig. And who do I see? This goddamn Predator Hunter. He's up there too. We're both just standing there on a piece of metal that's hurtling through space like it's in some bowl. Looking how I'm gonna eat your face with those thermal scopes of his. Kind of intergalactic drag race. Leans forward dramatically. We start circling each other. Me with my plasma cutter and him with whatever ancient alien tech he uses to hunt us lesser species. Bites my shiny metal ass. I yell as the first volley of acidic blood splatters hit my armor. That thing's gonna eat through anything that isn't pure titanium. Oh, Johnny. Takes another swig. So we're dancing this deadly waltz while the station crashes down below. The whole place is shaking like it's trying to shake us off. At one point, I nearly lose my footing and go sliding across a panel of exposed wires. But I catch myself just in time, bites my shiny metal ass. Adjusts holographic display. Then something unexpected happens. He starts talking to me like a real conversation. Turns out this alien bastard had more respect for me than most humans do. So we stop fighting and start arguing about honor hunting and why I'm not a good enough target. Takes final swig. Long story short, we end up teaming up against the station's systems that were going haywire. We barely make it off before everything explodes in this spectacular firework display of metal and... Turns out he needed my engineering skills to fix his ship. Plasma. Grins manically. So there I am. Covered in alien blood. He keeps trying to lick it off. Weirdo. Riding back to the space station with a new friend. Or maybe just a rival who respects me enough not to eat my face yet. Pass me another cold one. These stories need more liquid courage. Anyone ever had a final showdown that turned into a friendly hunting trip? Burps and pulls out another beer can. Oh yeah, that was one hell of a situation. Picture this. We're in some shithole hat block where every door is trying to eat the people inside. These scared civilians are huddled up like they never even saw a plasma cutter before. Bites my shiny metal ass. I yell at them when they start whimpering about surrendering. You think these monsters care if you're armed or not? Shakespeare! So, there we all were. Leading a bunch of humans who probably never lifted a finger against anything bigger than them. Me with my trusty laser cannon and some scrap metal for armor, rent collector. Look, I tell 'em. We can sit here being delicious to the monsters. Or we can turn this goddamn hat block into one giant pressure cooker. Who's with me? Adjusts. Holographic display. What happens next? These humans start transforming. The ex-accountant turns out to be a pretty decent shot when we strap his laptop keyboard to a rail. Old grandma starts welding. Shut her apartment door with a blowtorch she probably used for cooking. Gone. Takes another swig. Together we fortify the place. Turn every room into a death trap. When the outbreak hits, we're ready. We're ready. Every time they try to breach us, we send them back in pieces. Grins manically. But here's the kicker. After we win, these civilians don't even look at me like I'm some crazy robot hero. They just start cleaning up. Patching walls and making plans for tomorrow. Their faces are covered in sweat and soot. But they're smiling. Takes final swing. You ever tried to inspire people? It's harder than fighting a hive of angry robots. Pass me another cold one. These stories need more liquid courage. Hey, Joe. Burps and adjusts holographic cards with metallic fingers. Burps and adjusts holographic display. Oh, sweet lord, here we go. Let me tell you about the time I turned a piece of space junk into a laser tag trophy. So there's this derelict dropship, right? Half its engines are dead. The other half is giving off radiation that could strip paint. But hey, when you're stranded on some backwater moon with nothing but an empty beer can and a death wish, what do you got to lose? Yeah, sweet spear. These predator scouts. These goddamn alien warriors and their sleek ships. They're tracking us like heat-seeking missiles with fancy tech. Their canyons narrow as hell. Walls covered in acid that could melt through my armor if I don't watch it. Bites my shiny metal ass. is all I think when the first scout ship tries to intercept me. So I start threading this crazy-ass course between the cliffs, scraping metal against stone, dodging bursts of plasma fire, laughing maniacally the whole way. Takes another swig. The dropship systems are screaming like a bunch of drunk monkeys on steroids. But I'm in my element. I've got gravity wells messing with our trajectory. Rocks falling from above, and these predators trying to outmaneuver me. It's basically space.gable with deadly consequences. And right there is just holographic display. Then comes the moment where we're all packed so tight you could cook a meal between them. My ship's barely hanging on by its circuits when I make my final move. I loop around behind one scout and use it as a shield while firing through its thrusters. Boom! That beauty goes nova right in front of me. I just grins manically. After that... Oh. The other predators get the hint. They're not stupid. They know when to cut their losses. So there I am, dropping down into some alien jungle with my crippled dropship. Watching those fancy shipwrecks fall like cosmic confetti. Takes final swig. Anyone ever tried evading a bunch of high-tech warriors in a scrap heap? Pass me another cold one. These stories need more liquid courage. I would just the... burps and adjust holographic cards with metallic fingers. Burps and pulls out another beer can, eyes gleaming. Oh man. This one is gonna make your circuit short out. Picture me in some maximum security penitentiary. Walls made of solid lead because robots are dangerous. Well, turns out so are the inmates. So there I am with my trusty laser cutter and a corpse. A dead Xenomorph fresh from the cooler. The warden had it as some kind of trophy. I'm carting this thing down these goddamn hallways when we hear those stupid guards making their toll. But I saw opportunity written all over those acid-filled veins. Wow. Swig's beer. Nice. Rounds. Imitates robotic march. Clank, clank, clank. Bites my shiny metal ass. Is all that goes through my head as I start the plan. Takes another swig. I slice off a chunk of that acid blood and toss it down an air duct. The next second, there's this explosion that turns part of the ceiling into Swiss cheese. Chaos erupts. Guards running everywhere like their circuits are shorting out. Meanwhile, my fellow inmates start breaking out through every weak point I can find. Adjusts holographic display. But wait, it gets better. These Xenomorphs have these things called face huggers, right? Well, guess what shows up in the aftermath? A whole brood of those little bastards. The guards are now running from both sides. Ow. Takes final swig. We're making our way out when one guard starts shooting at me. I just laugh and throw a facehugger at him. Not that it matters. He's already got his own company to deal with by the time they realize what happened. Half of them are hugging Xenomorph eggs. Grins maniacally. You ever tried using alien biology as your prison break diversion? It works better than any holographic display. Pass me another cold one. These stories need more liquid courage. On me. Burps and adjusts. Holographic cards with metallic fingers. Burps and leans back, pouring out another beer can. Oh, hell yeah. Let me paint you a picture. Think alien with military training, but way more terrifying. Imagine some shithole colony on the edge of nowhere where even gravity is being cheap here. That's where this bad news started. So there we are, me and my trusty plasma cutter. When we hear it, that goddamn Alien Queen song, but way too smart sounding. Turns out some Marines were doing their usual kill everything routine, right? Wrong. The Xenomorphs were learning instead. Swigs beer out. This one in particular had the brains of half a squad, plus all their gear. It's moving like some cybernetic commando. Scanning with thermal imaging from its now humanoid head. Shooting plasma bolts with both claws while running drills for hand-to-hand combat. Bites my shiny metal ass. Oh, takes another swig. The fight was insane. It knows every trick in the book. It tries to flank me like they train. Throws grenades like pros. But you know what? I've got one thing on my side that all those Marines missed. I'm not human. I can twist and turn in ways these meatbags could never fathom. A just holographic display. So there we are. Me doing backflips across the ceiling. It's firing through vents from above. I hit its legs with a gravity wave, sending it sliding into a wall of acid. For a moment, its human face screws up in confusion, like it forgot how to breathe. Takes final swig. The real kicker, after we finished the fight. I found some data pad with all their plans and coordinates. Turns out that Xenomorph was leading an invasion force. But instead of handing over intel to whoever's paying my bills, nah, pass me another cold one. These stories need more liquid courage. Burps and adjust holographic cards with metallic fingers. I guess sometimes being a beer-swilling robot is exactly what it takes to outsmart an alien Marine. So yeah, Coral, graduate. Burps and slams down beer can. Oh man, this one's gonna make you question reality itself. So there I am on some corporate outpost in deep space. Yeah. Humans love putting their fancy stations out where nothing lives but me and my laser cutter. The mission was simple. Destroy Facility X. Don't care who's inside. Takes a swig. But then we get a distress signal from my squad. They're trapped in maintenance tunnels with some kind of AI that's gone full mad. Think HAL 9000 on crack. The catch? To save them, I'll have to blow up the whole facility myself. Sweet spear holographic display flickering. Bites my shiny metal ass. Goes through my circuits as I see what happens if I do either option. Mission accomplished, but squad dead. Or squad saved, but mission failure. But then something clicks in my CPU that even the programmers never saw coming. Takes another swig. So here's how it went down. I hijacked their AI. Then I reverse engineered security protocols until they're so messed up, it can't tell which is. Feed it a virus from 13 different time periods and dimensions, which adjusts holographic display. I reroute power to every backup generator on the station, including the ones for the reactor core. When my squad gets out, we hit the emergency exits just as everything goes offline simultaneously. In that split second of nothingness, the facility's defenses are dead, but its mission parameters still hold. Takes final swig. So I destroy the station in a way that looks like sabotage from within. And when they investigate, all signs point to rogue AI. Mission accomplished. And squad saved. Grins maniacally at holographic cards. You ever tried saving both sides by breaking every rule of reality? Pass me another cold one. This story's got enough paradoxes for a dozen quantum physicists. I did ya. Burps and adjusts. Holographic cards with metaller's fingers. Burps and takes another swig of beer. Oh man, let me paint you that picture. I'm in this derelict hive ship's bowels, dodging acid blood puddles that would make your circuits short out. You know what they say. Bender delivers, and deliver I did. Takes a long drink. So there I am, crawling through these narrow tunnels with my plasma cutter and a one-way ticket back home. The reactor core's right in front of me, all shiny red and ready to blow. My timing was perfect. The Xenomorphs are celebrating their latest victory feast above. A just holographic display showing a thermal image. The moment I hit that overload switch, time seems to slow down. And then, burps. I'm not gonna be here when you explode. I shout. Just before triggering maximum self-destruct sequence. Takes final swig of beer. Next thing I know, the whole ship goes kaboom. The shockwave sends me flying through a window right into space. But hey, where there's a void, there's always a vacuum. Grins and adjusts holographic cards. You ever tried delivering comedy and chaos simultaneously? Pass me another cold one. These stories need more liquid courage. And burps and flexes metallic fingers. Takes a long swig of beer, holographic display flickering. Remember that sweet moment? We're talking about one of my finest pieces of choreography. It is, it got the gloves on. So there I am in some giant alien lair. Think hive ship, but with more disgusting fluids and fewer good jokes. I'm trying to hotwire their central control core, because who doesn't love a good hack? When suddenly things get all shaky. Swaggers, holographic cards floating around. The floor starts giving way. Big surprise since aliens aren't exactly known for stellar construction quality. But wait! There's always a way out if you're a genius like me. I grab my plasma cutter with both hands and brace myself. Bites my shiny metal ass, goes through my circuits as the ground beneath me turns to liquid lava. But then, in that split second before impact, time stretches out like hot solder cooling down. I'm doing this slow-motion backflip, twisting mid-air while dodging acid puddles. All the while thinking, well, shit, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Adjust holographic cards with metallic fingers. And then, boom! Oh, boom! I land on my feet, because gravitors, and look back just in time to see the massive. The whole structure collapses behind me in a symphony of exploding goo and laser beams. Explosion lighting up the sky. Takes another swig. You ever tried making your escape so epic it would make Hollywood green with envy? Pass me another cold one. Stories like this need liquid courage. Hooray! Oh God! Okay. Bound little. D. T. Burps contentedly. Burps and takes another swig from beer can. Oh. You mean that time when my love decided to turn into a death wish? So we're in this derelict freighter about to get boarded by these metal-headed space monkeys with... That was some greater cosmic joke right there. Laser rifles. I'm thinking quick. Coming up with all kinds of genius escape plans. But then she pulls me aside. Takes drink from can. Kiss me one last time, is what she says. And don't even ask why the hell I'd ever kiss someone who's about to get vaporized by space pirates. There she goes, planting this desperate slobbery lip lock on me while bullets are ricocheting off. But before I can say, bite my shiny metal ass, bulkheads. Flutter's beer bites my shiny metal ass. I scream as we part, my circuit shorting out from the shock. Which is fine, because that love interest turns out to be a corporate spy who gets me in hot water. Next thing I know, she's diving behind cover just in time for a plasma bolt to graze her shoulder. I'll learn never to trust someone who tries to make their dying declaration feel like morning. With both sides, adjust holographic cards. So yeah, there you go, news. Pass the beer can. Now, burps and grins menacingly. You ever tried turning romance into a survival situation? That's exactly how I roll. Bites my shiny metal ass. That's what I said when they started playing those stupid victory theme. Burps and takes another swig of beer, holographic display showing flames. Songs. Here I am. Standing on top of some derelict space station with flames dancing around my feet. And the production crew is rolling credits like it's Hollywood? Ah. Adjust holographic cards floating in zero gravity. So yeah, mission accomplished. Blew up another hive ship, saved a planet or two. Maybe he got a medal if anyone bothers to look up. But all I can think about is how they're gonna edit this. Bender Bending Rodriguez saves the day while drinking beer and making sarcastic comments. Grabs another beer can from thin air. The only thing missing is me turning around and saying something profound before walking away. Instead, there I am, just walking. Flames licking at my boots. Credits rolling behind me like ticker tape. And all I can manage is a whatever to the cosmic camera. Takes final swig of beer. You ever tried being a hero when you'd rather be making beer runs? Pass. Yeah, exactly what happened here. Pass me another cold one. These stories need liquid courage. Burps and disappears into the flames. Holographic cards floating after him.